live, which I don't do lives very often, right? But I did one last weekend after I had been released from the hospital because I had a fatally low potassium reading in my blood, and I had almost passed out in my physical therapy appointment. I don't know if they want to do more screenings on me before they release me back because I need a medical release before I go back to physical therapy. But I did do at least one follow up at this point, and I did go from while taking the supplements and spending a week eating potassium rich foods, such as downing orange juice, eating potato salad. Um, I tried halibut. I don't like it. Didn't like it. But I tried it. Um, and, I was just trying to kind of pound down the potassium as much as I could. So basically, where I landed on my blood reading from yesterday, because they sent me the results from that test overnight, is that I am now registering in a 3.9 for potassium. The healthy range is 3.5 to 4.5, so that's good. That means I'm not gonna fucking die. I'm not on death's door anymore, you guys. I did still have a low reading for chloride. I'm trying to learn more about that. I'm gonna have to call my doctor on Monday to find. It's not that low. It's only like, it's like you're supposed to score 100 or up, and I was at like 99. So I don't know what that means exactly. I was in the yellow because they have green, yellow, and red when they send you the results. Um, I don't know what that means exactly. I kind of feel like it's related to salt. I did read that it is related to electrolytes. And electrolytes are all of the various nutrients that you ingest that create like some level of like water retention, and um but they have to be somewhat controlled because like when you look at some of these people that like Geordie covers that have eating disorders, um Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty and even Eugenia Cooney, they're going to have really poor readings on their blood because like I think it was Amberlynn, there was some footage that I saw in which she talked about having a lot of water retention. When I was heavy, I did too. Back in 2018, early 2018, I weighed about 210. Nowhere close to where she lands because she's like over 400 or something. Um, but at that time, the blood pressure medicine that I was taking included a water pill because of that. Once you get to a certain obesity rate, you are taking on too much water, right? But then throughout 2018, I dropped 70 pounds and or 60 pounds. I think I dropped the next 10 pounds like the next year. Um, and towards fall, so I weighed in at 210 around April, and by October, I was in incredible abdominal pain. I had to lie on the ground all the time. I didn't know what was wrong with me, so I went into the doctor and they're like, "Oh, well, let's take this water pill out of your blood pressure medicine because clearly you don't need it anymore." You can, I mean, like there are problems one way or the other, up or down, and you look at somebody like Eugenia Cooney, and she probably has problems a little bit more, even though I'm not I'm not anorexic. Not a problem with me. But once you start getting to the lower weight levels, you have to kind of, and if you've got conditions, especially like you're taking medications and stuff. But in this case, my doctor on Friday told me that no, my blood pressure medicine could not possibly have caused this because apparently valsartan increases your potassium level, not decreases. So the there has not been a diagnosis on this yet, but the rationale is that once I was bit by that dog and I developed complex regional pain syndrome, that because I was in so much pain, I was throwing up a lot. I was dry heaving at night and stuff like that. That I was losing nutrients through that action. It doesn't happen all the time, but it was happening for quite a while. And as a result, I dropped to a fatal level of potassium in my reading. Um, but I also just wanted to follow up because, like, I've seen a lot of videos this week about how people use their health considerations to try and raise money or to have fake GoFundMe's or they're lying about actually having things like the Tourette's girl, like the cancer girl. Apparently, even Trisha Paytas did it with DYD. Is that what it's called? It's like sounds like it sounded like when you have dual personalities, you have like multiple personalities or something. I don't even know what that was, but she got called out. This was a wavy web uh, video that came out within the last couple of days, and it popped up in my feed because he's one of the guys I follow. So apparently, there's been some um, people on TikTok, Twitter, whatnot, Instagram, who have faked medical conditions and make it very difficult for people who are poor and struggling with real medical conditions, make it so that they're not trusted. And it's more difficult for them to raise money in their plate. Because it's not like we have Medicare for all yet, right? I am not asking you for money, but I'm letting you know I'm okay. I followed their treatment plan. My potassium level is back up to a healthy limit. As for now, I imagine they're going to monitor me for a little while to make sure I don't like skyrocket through the roof taking these supplements. But that's where I land right now. This weekend is a good weekend for me. I feel good. I don't feel like I'm going to fall asleep every 2 hours. And that's how I had been feeling for the last couple of months. Um, unless I get diagnosed with something serious and I know that like I'm on death's door, like I have cancer, whatnot, I'm not going to ask you for money unless you just want to like support the content that I produce, which this is totally different subject matter. But I'm fine. I'm going to live. I just got to monitor this. I got to figure out like how to maintain the right levels in my blood. And the older you get, this shit happens to you. And for those people out there who TikTok and YouTube are allowing to have eating disorder type of channels, shame on you. Shame on you for allowing them to promote such unhealthy lifestyles. That is, you know what it is. They know for a fact that there are fetishes behind that. There's fetishes behind it. I'm really with the fatties, it's just gross because they also appear not to actually like shower or take care of themselves. But and I've had obese women friends in my life before where like I can totally smell it. I can totally smell it. But in the case of Eugenia, it's even sadder because she probably has a potassium deficiency as well. And she probably doesn't realize how close to death she is. Anyway, I'm going to keep covering this stuff. I'm still on medical leave. I'm still shaggy myself, right? I need a haircut, you guys. Like, my hair is like all tangling up with itself. I need a haircut as well. But, like, some things become less of a priority when you're in rehabilitation for an injury or something like that. So, anyway, that is the update. I appreciate the people who came on board and were like, oh, I hope you get better soon. Thank you. I mean, I worked really hard this week. I was waking up at like 4 in the morning and downing OJ. I was doing the best I could to get as much of that potassium in my body as I could. I bought an avocado too so I can have it with my butternut squash soup, both high in potassium. I really thought this through, like going through my shopping list and everything. I was really thinking it through. Um, I hope you all have a blessed weekend. And I thank you so much for your concern over my situation. And let's just continue to enjoy the nutters that are on social media and all the crap that they have to say, right? All the dumbass shit that they have to say. Let's just have some more fun with that. Thank you, everybody.